Hello, Pagan Perspective. It is Subs Week, and I'm your Friday host, Tara. And this week we are talking about gender terms, and mainly associated with the gods and goddesses, and how that, why don't some of us use God as an all-encompassing, such as the word actor for an actor or actress. So I wanted to preface this by explaining kind of my stance on gender terms in general. I am genderqueer, and excuse me, and for me, I don't resonate as just binary female or binary male. I'm a bit more fluid in my own gender role and gender identity. If you want to read more about that, I will try to remember to link something down below that gives a little bit more input on that. For me, I don't feel that one needs to label a god and goddess as just one term of God. Though I see god and goddess terms as a masculine and feminine, and there's reasoning behind it for myself in my practice. I don't feel that there's a need to use an all-encompassing word just to, in my opinion, not offend others that may feel that one term is all-encompassing. I don't feel my vibes towards using the term god or goddess has any stance in how I view, say, the LGBT community that are genderqueer or transgendered or whatnot. It's kind of one of those things that I feel like you just respect the person's feel about how they want to identify a god or goddess, just as you would if someone was transgendered and they want to be called a female, even if they're like pre-op or not. For me, I personally feel goddess is higher than God. And not the capital G-O-D. I don't even resonate with the capital G-O-D. When I see that, it makes me think Christian or Christianity terms, and I am completely not resonating with that at all. But for me, I see the feminine as being the higher. Even though God and goddess as feminine masculine are of the same, representing goddess as, like, say, an entity, it would be higher for me. I see feminine as the creator of everything. And I feel I don't really try to consider binary terms when it comes to gods or goddesses. Because I know there are some binary male gods who are much more feminine and are a little bit more ambiguous in their gender identity, such as maybe Shiva or Pan, or for me Loki is more feminine than masculine entity. Especially Shiva. For a long time, and I'm not the only one, I thought Shiva was female and apparently is a binary male. But I think a lot of us just see it as an androgynous character or god. But I've always just labeled the god as a goddess. And I think that is also one of those things that I think is kind of up for discussion for each individual. If they feel like, say, Rhiannon is more masculine, they could use the term god instead of goddess. I think it's all, like I said, all up to the individual and how they resonate with the god or goddess. Though this was more directed towards those who are Wiccan, I am not Wiccan. I am of a general witchcraft path. Or I don't even remember the word for it. Eclectic, that's the word. For me, I don't feel the need to gender role anything or give a specific gender term. I have no problem if people use the one word to incorporate all, or use the two separate binary terms based on the masculine and feminine aspect of it. There was one other point I had. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, but for the most part, it's one of those things, as I've said already a couple times, it's based on the person's resonation of how they feel towards the god or goddesses, and if they feel they need to label them a certain way. I don't think anybody needs to, or are required to label in any particular way, because it's your own path. It is your spirituality that matters. If people start giving you grief about it, that's their problem, and that's something they need to deal with. If you feel that Shiva is a man, then you would call it a god, and that's fine. Or if you feel like Shiva is feminine and a goddess, that's fine too. But yeah, I think that's about all I have to say on the topic. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. And if there's something I didn't cover that you are more interested in getting more info about, feel free to ask. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.